Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Throne of Glass is a 5 to 6 book series about Selena. When she was younger, her parents got killed, and so she got taken in and trained by the King of Assassins. And she was the world's most notorious assassin. Then she was caught and sent to Andover. And then a year later, now she's 18 years old, the king decides that he wants to have a challenge and calls for each of the people to get a champion. And Dorian, the prince, picks Selena. So they go to the castle, and she has to face off against 22 other people in the fight to see who gets to be the king's champion. And this whole book is about her journey. It's really good, so if you have not read it, I really recommend reading it. So if you haven't read it, goodbye. Come back and we can talk about it later. Okay. Bye, everyone. So Throne of Glass. This book was so good. I loved it so much. And from the very beginning, when it started talking about her, I just knew I was gonna like it a lot because it has magic within it, and I really like books like that. And at first, the King of Assassin Aragorn, whatever his name is, he takes her in when she's 8 years old, and he's going to train her, but then he ends up making her pay her back for all of that, which is really terrible. And how he makes her to not be afraid of heights, stand on a really tall thing for hours at a time, and how since she's not good at fighting with her left hand, he makes her break her right hand, so she has to train with her left hand and get better at her left hand. And then how she first started getting a relationship with Dorian. I really like Dorian. I think because at first I thought he was gonna be some stuck-up prince, but then he ended up being a really nice guy. And he likes reading, and so does Selena, which makes me really happy, because I really love reading. And how when Dorian, for Christmas, gave her the bag of candy, and then she ate it all, almost, and her teeth, she almost all of it, and her teeth turned really red. And so all through the Yule Mist, she had the really red teeth. And how she went to the Yule Mist ball, that was a really awesome scene. And I imagined her dress, and it was just so pretty sounding, how they described it, and how when during the thing, how a troll wanted her to hold back in the competition, so that everyone would be targeting her, and she was like, why would I do that? But that makes a lot of sense in how she trained Nox, and I was like, no, Selena, don't train him, don't make him better than you are, because I thought he was gonna come over and be really awesome. But then she ended up figuring out about the redirect, and then told him to leave, and he left. And then how Nimue from Italy, she's found her with Caitlin, which someone that she already didn't like, and Nimue's and to Italy because Selena can speak that, she's I need to get away from Caitlin, and then they got Caitlin to leave her alone, which I really liked, because Caitlin seemed like a really jerk. And then how during the competition, a bunch of champions were getting murdered, and their innards were spilled out, which was a really gruesome murder. And then how she was looking at all the symbols that were by the body, and she figured out that it was a redirect. And how she thought it was Nimue, which is really sad, because that was the only person that she could trust. So it was really sad that she started thinking it was her. Thankfully, she how when she read that, because I didn't think it was Cain, but then when she read the fact that they can get the strength of the people that they killed, I knew for sure that it was Cain, because they were saying that she said that Cain looked stronger every single time she saw him, and he actually was getting stronger every single time you saw him. And how when someone sent her down to Elena's tomb in her dreams. I'm really curious to see who wanted her to figure all that out and who was wanting her to know that so that she could save herself from the resurrect when she had to battle it. How she found Cain summoning it, then Cain sent it on her and she ran down to the tomb and killed it with the Maas, the sword. And how, like, at the end when she battles Vernon and then she's like doesn't even pull out her sword and she wins and she's like, here's a thing for you, weapons master, give me a real man to fight, no actually bother trying. And she like makes a big deal about it and like drops her handkerchief on it because he has bloody nose. That scene was so funny. Then how when she was the final battle with Cain, when she went to like a demon world and Cain was like a demon and like all the flying things that kept attacking her. Like how Elena came and was like battling with her, and then how Nimue was like drawing the Y-word symbols in the air. And that was really cool. How she was drawing the Y-word symbols, because I didn't think Nimue would have the Y-word magic, but and then how she finally won with the help of all of those people. She finally won. And then how after she had won, Cain came over to try to kill her, and Joel killed him. And how Joel was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. But, so he was like super sad about that. Then how like when she was battling, she got the Y-word mark on her forehead that no one knew what it was. And the king, like even at the end, was like wondering, like, never seen that symbol before. No one has. No one said anything. No one had ever seen it. And how when she and how like she found the secret passageway concealed behind the tapestry, and then how she was seeing that all the Y-word marks were like under her bed, and she kept erasing them because she thought that meant that the person was gonna come to her next. So she kept erasing them, and it was like, man, it was really a hassle drawing those back every time you erased them. And how like when she saw Nimue in the library, like when she suspected Nimue was summoning the resurrect, and she saw her in the library, and she was like, then you're just like, then in Nimue, like she was reading a big book, because Selena was teaching her like English, and so she was reading like a big one. She's like, you shouldn't be able to read that. She's like, then you're just as smart as the other people. And I thought for a moment then, it's like, oh my gosh, it really is Nimue. Her only friend is like a terrible person. But I'm really glad it just ended up being Cain. And how like Nimue healed her with all of that, and she didn't ask any questions about it at all. That was really cool. And how like Dorian gave her, like on Christmas, when he gave her the candy, he also gave her a puppy. I really liked that he gave her the puppy, and he was Fleetfoot. And that was really cool because like Dorian was like gonna kill him, and she's like, no, don't kill him. And then he's like gives her to him, and then she has a puppy that she can, it's another person that she can really like. So in the next book, I really hope to figure out like why Selena's parents were murdered, because like, you know, they say she was from Teresian, and like that was like a heavy magic place, and I really wanted to know why her parents were killed, and like more about her past with her parents and everything, and more about like the king of assassins. I want to know more about that guy, because he just seems like I don't even know what to think of him yet. I think that when they meet, it's not going to be very pretty at all. I think it might be really bad. But I hope to learn more about like who sent her down to Elena's tomb, who wanted her to see that so that she could save herself, because it wasn't Nimue. But I really wanted to know who would do that so she could like get saved, and like how at the end, and then like, so I really hope that the next book explains all of this. And I'm really happy that this is a 5 to 6 book series, because it is already so good, and I can't wait to read the next ones. So, bye guys.